Um, and then Kennen mid is just fine. Xspecial's a really good player, so he can fight against Chowster and do okay.
All right, so this is going to be Counter Logic Gaming in the semifinals here of the National ESL Regional Finals for North America, and they are going up against Defy All Odds, who did beat HKEGG. A lot of big acronyms flying around, but this is the This is the semifinals, and the top four teams here, they're all going to be competing for those tickets to the ESL Major Series, so they can go on to the next qualifying rounds, and that will eventually get to an international scene. So very big stuff for them. Congrats to both teams for getting here to the semifinals. Your commentator here today is, of course, going to be Riot Phreak, who's doing the man with the plan, and I'm going to be kind of his sidekick here, FourCourtJester. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome, and Phreak, what are we doing?
Oh, real quick, let me interrupt you. Buy a Doran's Shield instead of Doran's Blade. We're just gonna switch it up every time. So go Doran's Shield instead.
Done and done.
There's actually a reason why. But yeah, go Doran's Shield from now on, or I guess Doran's Ring for the next game as well. And then for the last one, just go Cloth 5 Pots.
Okay. Is there any specific reason?
Up, right? It's just yes, but it's not worth getting into right now. Mostly it's just to be gimmicky and funny, but
fair enough.
The time of Doran's Blade has been passed, right? Let's no longer deal with that. The time of Doran's Blade is come and gone. No one opens Doran's Blade anymore. Oh, so Misfortune opened Doran's Blade, which means she's probably solo duoing bottom. That's probably the case. Because generally you want some kind of regen if you're going to be fighting there. And look at that, Kennen's already at the top. With a Rejuve bead first. What does it even build into?
Tiamat?
That he even wants?
Oh, well, that's a different question.
Okay, I mean, he's got great lane sustain. Like, look at this. So he's clear set up for. He's got a ward. He's got a bunch of potions. He's just like, I have regen. Don't touch me, which is fine. But that's just a little bit. I guess it's just slightly odd to me, is all.
Well,
so CLG deciding that there was no fight at the bottom of the map. We're gonna go back up to the left. I'm just surprised we have not. We've only had one level 1 team fight so far, and it was CLG versus low elo, and that didn't actually result in a kill. But the thing is, like, the level 1 team for CLG, both teams are actually really strong level 1, so... Oh well.
Take a quick look here at Kennen again,
yeah, I guess
and
take the fight over.
look at his stats right now. He has +9 on the movement, but he also has extra armor, extra magic resist, and with that rejuvenating bead, he could be going for a Randuin's, which might mean a tank Kennen. It is kind of a semi-useful build. I have seen it around. I'd be very surprised if he's going to go for that tanky role here.
I don't think so. So he's got at least like 18 in utility to get that movement speed buff. He's got flat AP quits. He's got AP per level blues plus the whoa, wow, I missed what I Misfortune.
I tried to say mid.
Okay, I completely whiffed that. Sorry. Wow. So we're talking about Kennen's stats, and I failed really hard. But Tarek leads in the stun to Big Fat GG's light binding, and Chowster helping out, and they get that kill. First blood right away onto Misfortune. And this is a team comp you want cleanse against. Stun, stun, stun. And this is a team comp you want to fight with cleanse. And right there. So, wow. I feel for not being very watchable. I was talking about Kennen's build. Way to bait me into that. But
you want to lay this on me?
6 defense at least. I'm laying it on you, man. Nothing is ever my fault. Okay. This is the Elo Hell argument. I'm never wrong. It's always my teammates. So despite it being completely my fault, you just have to blame someone else always. But anyway, General Noob doing a very good job juggling. He's actually slightly ahead of Amumu right now. I feel. I think he'll finish out the Lizard first. St. Vicious doing what he can, using Despair, doing a lot of damage here. There's the smite. Okay, so he's gonna get the Lizard kill. Olaf actually, I take that back. Actually, quite behind St. Vicious in jungle speed. But still doing a pretty good job. He's not far behind him. We're getting these golems now. You know, just deep-sing them down as hard as he can, using Despair and Tantrum when he has the mana. So good stuff for him. He's going to finish that out. Olaf, of course, onto these golems as well. Both players going to get themselves some nice levels here. Olaf is already level 4, and I'm not sure how.
He had to cover mid.
4 off of this camp. Oh, right, he covered mid. Thank you. That's why he was behind Amumu. Okay. FourCourtJester, clearly the better caster here. F my life. me not watching anything really useful. So Big Fat LP and Elements chilling at the bottom. Um, do what they can. Kennen pushing Hotshot GG out. Now, Amumu is a pretty good ganker. Now, of course, Kennen is a very good escaper as well, and he has Summoner Ghost. Sorry, Summoner Flash. So it's going to be pretty hard for... it's going to be pretty hard for CLG to gank this Kennen, basically. He's also got a ward right there. So Amumu shouldn't be able to gank him too easily, but, you know, St. Vincent will keep farming up these monsters. He's getting himself closer to level 5. Olaf is already filled and is level 5 with a Madrid's Razor now. So he has been clearing out these minions and monsters quite nicely. He is pretty far up in his build right now. We look at the minion kill count, and we have, let's see, Amumu at 22, Olaf at 20. So actually Amumu ahead in total kills, which is a little bit surprising to me. But the experience, though, quite nice for this Olaf. And there we go. Amumu is going to be going on to Misfortune. Corki is very far back. And, okay, I don't know why Chester is sitting there. He might have, like, DC'd or something, but he's kind of chilled there behind a tower. I'm thinking DC, like a computer crash or something. But, yeah, so Chester not in this game right now. And Needley is still fighting against Kennen. Let's look at the minion kills while we watch bottom. And it's Needley at 29 and Special at 25. So they are close together, right? Both players pretty evenly matched. Special Knight would put out a lot of harassment on this Needley for obvious reasons, that she can, in fact, self-heal. And Kennen now getting his tower pushed as well, so he's going to be on the back foot ever so slightly. And we'll pick up this. No, we'll not quite pick up that melee minion, and just doing what damage he can. Try to pick these down. Doing a pretty good job of it, though. Last hitting quite nicely. He's getting almost every single one. Okay, misses that last 3, but still a pretty good job overall. Corki's still not back in the game. Jana will drop a pink ward over at Dragon. That's a pretty good play there. Now has that covered quite nicely. Shogun's actually getting harassed down pretty well. So Lux and Tarek actually a pretty strong lane as well. Both have roots or stuns, and of course they can lead in. Oh, nice double stun going on right there. There's the further damage output. Yeah, there we go. Chester DCs, and maybe we'll have to take over mid most likely.
That's unfortunate when you see, semifinals of a tournament and someone disconnects like that. It is saddening to see, but Amumu was covering the mid quite nicely, and he actually hit 6 before Ginormous Noob.
Okay, that's pretty useful then. So Ginormous Noob around towards the bottom. Looks like Tarek will be gone, which means they can actually separate GG if they know about it. They still have that pink ward there, so they know that he's probably not warded off. But if he had Lizard, and of course he doesn't because Lizard is timed out, but Golem's up soon. I think he's actually waiting around for... Oh, they're going for it. This is good. They know they have ward control, and CLG does have Clairvoyance, but they're going right away for this Dragon, and this is going to be pretty good for them. CLG has not reacted to this at all. Of course, without having Corki, of course, that hurts them quite a bit, but they do know that people are missing, and they are not able to react to this at all. Tarek will take over mid, and maybe we'll keep juggling, so it'll be triple solo for the meantime for CLG. Hotshot GG actually taking a fair amount of damage. Of course, he will keep healing himself. But it's down to half health and continuing to try to spam this down as best he can. The ward, of course, is gone now. Oh, man, another nice shot from this Kennen. Picked up that kill. And now Hotshot's actually being zoned out by Kennen, so Special doing a very good job. Is actually managing to zone out Hotshot from most experience and just landing more shots right there. There's a nice little Q hit right there. Hotshot will heal himself and move on to take down these minions. Okay, Chester is now back into the game. He is going to be down a little bit. He's level 4 versus Misfortune 7. Ouch, that's painful. Misfortune at 50 kills, Chester at 28. Yeah, Chester is quite far behind. At least they do manage to give the experience and gold to a different player. And indeed, Ellis will come in here and harass down on Misfortune quite nicely. Pretty good damage output for sure. But taking some hits due to Misfortune and her impure shots passive. And here we go, here we go. They're going to go for a special, and St. Vicious is in there. There's the Amumu ultimate, and they're going to go for the stun as well, most likely. He will flash. I don't know why he hasn't stunned already, though. There is the ult from Kennen that will stun Amumu. Amumu might have already cast a stun, I guess, but they're still putting damage output here. He's about to try to run away. It looks like they're not going to be able to do anything else. St. Vicious jumping in there. No! He takes the tower shot. Oh, my God. Ignite! Oh, 23 health. Oh, and Hotshot almost like the tower as well. Kennen very nearly made that a double kill. Very nearly made that a double kill.
Well, I mean...
Oh, man. And I feel like You know, if he had went Doran's shield, he would have been fine.
In the mid, we do have Chaucer
Like
there.
that's basically what it is. It was. Go ahead. Sorry.
Gotta love time zones between me and California, but
That delay.
yeah, it's good stuff. Chaucer in the mid has actually pushed off Misfortune. That's going to give him a good amount of free farm, but I also have to just do a little bit of an announcement here. We still have the prediction contest going on. We are going to watch Jana get hit upon here by both Tarek and Lux. She's going to try to get out of the laser beam going out. That's just not going to be enough as Cho'Gath comes in here as well. But yeah, we do have the prediction contest going on. The next game prediction stuff, you need to do it now if you want to do it. NationalESL.com. And the guy, Alon, won the Rock Solid versus Solo Mid. So that's enough. Back to the game.
Oh, nice. All right, great. So let's see. We got some farming going on. Let's look at the minion kill counts. Of course, we have a little bit of an advantage of Misfortune over Corky due to the disconnect, but we have, let's see, bottom lane is 25 plus 31 equals 50. I want to say 50. Yeah, it's 57 or 58 right now. Ooh, Misfortune flashing that Amumu gank just barely. Nice escape there. So 58 for bottom, whereas Janna plus Cho'Gath is only 51. So minion farm advantage at bottom lane for CLG. Mid lane, of course, we have. Some of that was, of course, Tarek taking over mid for a while, but still. 47 or 68 is a good 20-point advantage for Dow, so that's a nice advantage there. Then Hotshot, 55 against 65. Oh man, Xpecial's out farming. So this is okay. Here's one of the games where now CLG is now behind in minions because I'll bet you Amumu is behind as well. 53 to 45. Yeah, not okay. He's ahead, but not by much. Pretty much the minion advantage is really strong for Defy all odds.
Top.
And remember, oh, this is a gank onto Xpecial. Lands the bandage toss, and you are so dead. Nice job there. Very good gank by St. Vicious and Hotshot. Now, of course, Needle is a very strong champion for joining into ganks. She has really good mobility and a lot of burst damage. She can jump into Cougar form, land 3 abilities, jump back out, and then throw a spear there. And there's a lot of pain available to that. So, they're actually about to get a tower as well. So it looks like CLG in a very strong advantage. They will have to back off for now. Will not quite get this tower kill, but they're up 3 kills. They're about tied in farm, but they're down a dragon. So the dragon is worth usually 2 champion kills. So there really is not a huge advantage on either side right now. It's a slight win for CLG, but it's not major. It's not really a big deal. And again, I think that Needly will not scale that well into this game. That they're going to be relying on Chaucer, and Chaucer is behind.
Well,
and that's going to make things really scary for them. So
he is a little behind. Level 7 compared to the level 9, but I mean, right now, as you said, it really is just measured by those creep kills. So I mean, Misfortune's up to 91. We do have Chaucer at 60. That's a good amount to come back from. But if we can win those other lanes, if Nidalee can step up her game and they push down 2 or 3 extra towers, that's easily going to make up those two kills in global gold.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we still have the top 2 minion killers in this game are both on the final odds, and Xpecial getting really far ahead. He's up at 74 minion kills. He has a BF wand though. He has a needlessly large rod already. That 12 minutes is pretty good. It's not the fastest score in the game ever, but he's certainly quite high up in this game so far. We already have a BF sword as well on Misfortune, so she's in good shape. 91 minion kills at 12.5 minutes. That's not too bad of a score. Olaf already has his Virgo's Lantern. Looks like he's going for, I don't know if that's Aegis or if he's going like Dodge Boots. Honestly, Dodge Boots would be okay on this team, but I think he still wants Mercury Treads because of Amumu and Lux and Tarek. So, this could be dangerous for Jana. She's barely out of range of elements, and he could go for it now. Yes, and so GG will probably will not go for it. And Chaucer's having issues, man. He's dropped out again. This time, I think he's quit as opposed to disconnected. So, I think this was a purposeful disconnect. And I think he might be having computer issues. There we go. He has left the game. I'm not sure what's going on with Chaucer, but this is really, really unfortunate for CLG. And again, just like clockwork, a second dragon already available. And the thing is, CLG knows about this one, and they can't do anything about it this time. Hotshot will not be able to land a spear in there. That is a second dragon kill now. And now, almost definitely, Defile odds are actually winning in objectives overall. You're probably up to, was it 190 or I think it's 190 gold, right? So you're at 380 global gold right now.
Right on the money, sir. Right on the money.
Yeah, number nerds rejoice. Um, but Moo and Hotshot coming back, and they're going for top. Special knows this time, and will indeed back out. Um, Hotshot has a needlessly large rod as well, so going quite well for him. He's not going to be too far behind, going for that fast Rabbitin's death cap, but that's just a very strong AP carry slash support. They have actually the one good thing though that these guys have though is they have the poke game. They have 2 healers, and having 2 healers is really good because it lets you poke really hard. And the thing about this team that there's something really good going on here is that Janna is actually going to work in CLG's favor a little bit because if Janna resets the team fight, CLG wins because CLG can back off and mass heal themselves and then get right back into it. And you look at their team comp, they have, Corki can poke, Lux can poke, Needly can poke, Tarek and Amumu are more, resigned and within themselves, but CLG has a verified heal poke strategy ready. And this could go really well for them. And Big Fat GG, of course, even going a fast Philosopher's Stone, like building himself up for the giant late game carry fest that he wants to go for. And he's dueling, but he's still one of the best players, and he's going to just try to do a gold machine. So Elam is taking some harassment damage from this Cho'Gath, but it doesn't really matter. He's a little bit too beefy. He's got a fast Catalyst, which is probably Banshee's Veil. I'm surprised he's not doing the Aegis. Amumu, though, has 2 Hearts of Gold and might be moving on to Aegis next. I'm not sure, but he has a Oracles, and I'm surprised he didn't check that brush right here for that ward. That would have been a very common place to check. But, okay, can Elements land this stun? Can they make this happen? Nope, Cho will back off this time. And they don't really have 1,800 damage worth of output anyway, but there we go. There's the stun. And no, Mumu is not in range for this. Elements trying to draw Cho'Gath out. Will land the Rupture. That's some damage output. Well, yes, Sage Vision will commit. There's Big Fat LP who will land the Root. And here we go. There's the, oh my gosh, damage output. Oh, wow. Oh, man. He melted. So there's some damage output right there. The BF one coming out. Needlessly large rod. Holy crap. That was a lot of damage. Oh,
I can
man.
tell you're really impressed here, Phreak. But I mean, you got to point out, laser beams melt stuff, so it's not too surprising.
But the thing was, he was melted before laser beam. He went from like 1,500 health to like 300 before laser beam. So it was just like burst, and gone. So, wow. So even when Big Fat GG is playing support, he's still carrying. I just want to point that one out real quick. That GG is 2-0. And for good reason. So, even though Chester is the physical carry and has had a rough string of luck this game, Hotshot GG is at least 1-0-1, and Big Fat LP is 2-0. So, despite all that, their team is carrying for them. Just the teamwork from CLG is actually really strong this game, and they will pick up a tower kill. Actually, I guess he's not going to risk it because Kennen has an ultimate. The minions. Oh, there's Olaf. So, a smart reserved play from Hotshot. He probably could have gone for it and maybe gotten out, but it was a risk that was maybe not worth taking. Oh, that's painful. Some damage output there.
Gotta love the long-range spears.
Builds himself a nice stack of ability power, and he will get this tower finally. So there's the kill. And that is, I believe, yes, the second tower kill of the game, as CLG has picked up their the bottom tower as well. So it's 2 towers versus 2 dragons. So it's 300 versus 380, unless there's a third dragon that I missed randomly, but I don't think Tommy works out for that. Yeah, so 2 towers versus 2 dragons. A 4-kill advantage, and oh man, damage up onto this Olaf. Olaf will ult and run away. He will be fined by doing so. And let's see, he's going to be just sort of reserved with this Janna. Janna will babysit him. Janna has an Oracles as well. But Janna has no health or armor or resistance, really. Because he has flat magic resist glyphs, probably meta regen per level yellows, and just, at least 6 points in the defense tree. So the ability power makes me think, oh, whoa, sorry, I missed it. A kill in the middle as Amumu jumped in there with the rest of his team and picked up Misfortune. That is a second Misfortune kill now. MF, although 150 minion kills, is 0-2. So BF Sword does have a pickaxe, is going to be pretty close to being able to afford an Infinity Edge, certainly way before
Corki?
Well, actually, Chester's not going Infinity Edge, so it doesn't really matter. But that is some healthy gold right there, and a lot more harassment spam going off onto Ginormous Noob, just bringing him down lower and lower. And Heart of Gold picked up for Olaf, but he needs Mercury Treads really badly now. He's going to be taking a lot of magic damage, um, and the team needs to realize this, that Corki is going to be doing more magic than physical, because with the Manamune pickup, his plus damage is not super high. He's it's 130 damage per attack with no attack speed buff and no critical buff, which means he's really only spamming abilities. So right now, CLG's damage output is entirely magic, and they really need to get some magic resist to combat this. And you see Heart of Gold, you see Merc Treads is good, you see some health there, but Kennen actually not combining into. And I'm not sure what the math on that, but I feel like it's still more efficient to get Rabbiddon's Death Cap than to get another BF wand. But Kennen just running around with a ton of ability power. He's got plus 200 just from items, another 50 coming from everywhere else. If my math is correct, it's 160 here plus 40, which is 200. He's probably got the 21-point defense talent where he gets, so it doesn't matter, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So, they're doing what they can. Now, they are going to get ganked here. Amumu is not in the show at all, so if they keep going for this, they're going to be in really good shape. And as long as Olaf can smite... Oh, no! Okay, they did get it. They did get it. They got that, the dragon kill. Rayo Ray getting pretty hurt, but looks like just Tarek getting crushed right now. First kill of the game for this team, and Hotshot, a little bit alone, but has 500-point heals. Does have Rabbiddons already. Chowster DCing again. What is up with this guy's computer and internet? I feel really bad for CLG because of this.
It's not good news, not at
They're
all.
still up 4 kills. But it's 3 dragons versus 3 towers, so the global gold is close. It's 120 off. The kills are of course 4 in the advantage, so I feel like that makes it pretty much equalize out. That the kills have equalized the dragon versus tower advantage. The only deficit they have is the fact that Chowster is not really so much under-leveled because he's 12 versus like 9 and 10 down here, but 126 minions is still pretty decent. Like Chowster's not far behind, but he's far behind by his standards. Like he, would be higher level and higher gold than this. So it does put CLG at a disadvantage for this, because they do rely on Chowster a fair amount. But at the same time, they do have enough all-stars in this team that Hotshot GG and Big Fat LP can pick up this slack pretty healthily, really.
Yeah, I think they will be able to do that because they do know that Chowster there is having such trouble that they have to step up their game, treat it like a 4 versus 5. I mean, sure, if he's in the game and he can contribute, great, but, at key clutch moments, if he disconnects and you're depending a lot on him, it's going to go no way that you want it to. So, I mean, these guys are ranked number 1 seed. Pretty sure they're going to have a backup plan. X Special in the mid taking a lot of harass, but he will be able to get out of that. Hotshot coming in for a little bit of support. He's going to get some damage on to Jana there with that nice spear. So a nice distant spear, of course, the longer it goes, the more damage it will do. But no kills are going to come out of that, as we do have to wait for Chowster to come in. But Amumu's also still off jungling, so that doesn't tell me CLG's willing to commit this early into something. They might want to wait around a little bit more for some farm.
Yeah, indeed. So they're going to obviously wait. Actually, the funny thing is they're actually pushing with 4 people. They just know they have this kind of advantage where they know basically what these people can do to them. Because I was talking earlier about how I wanted the Misfortune Jana lane. Because look at the crowd controls that DAO has, right? They have a skill shot from Cho'Gath. They have a skill shot from Jana. They have Kennen's stun, which is triggered off his passive, and/or being in melee range for his ultimate. They have Olaf with a skill shot slow. Like, they cannot force anyone on CLG to die unless they make a mistake or land the most epic rupture of his life. And so CLG actually, as long as they have map vision, and of course they have some Needly traps and they have clairvoyance, as long as they're paying attention, they can heal poke all day and be fine. There's not a lot really that they're missing out on by even fighting 4v5 because they really don't have to take a team fight ever. And if they take any harassment, they can heal it back up with Needly and Tarek. You see that Tarek got a chalice, so he's gonna have a ton of mana for himself, and he's going for that Kindle Gem is gonna probably with the Fairy Charm. Actually, that could be Soul Shroud or Australia's Reverie, but I feel like with the Philosopher's Stone, that's gonna be Australia's Reverie for eventually for Big Fat LP, and so it's gonna be a Soul Shroud from Tarek to go with this chalice. But the one thing that CLG cannot force is not fighting at their own towers. Like they can heal poke all they want, but they still have to fight against the fact that there is an enemy team to fight against, and they are pushing down mid pretty hard. They have good AoE, they have really good spam. You can see right here that they're able to do a lot of damage. Oh, special! If they could, if they had actually hit the cannon menu with that laser beam, that would have been better because he would have pulled tower aggro. But still, a lot of damage, forcing special back. And again, because the DAO team does not have a heal, whereas CLG has two, that harassment forces recalls. Like Dow can no longer push because they no longer have their mage DPS. And that's just sort of how they're kind of playing this, is saying, okay, look, we can out-sustain you guys all freaking day. Like, you can try to make a siege, but we can poke you out, and then you have to go and recall because you can't heal our pokes. And our pokes are loud enough, they're strong enough that you can't just Jana shield it and ignore it. That all of their major pokes do multiple hundreds of damage.
I do like how you call them
Chaucer's
pokes.
back in the game now. Yeah, I think they're under the common umbrella of a poke skill, but they're giant, like, FU go die spells that happen to be long ranged. And this is why I think Lux has been underrated for freaking ever, is that, like, she has the ability to long range assassinate you with so much damage if you're good enough to land 3 skill shots in a row. Now, granted, if you land the first, the other 2 are easy, but the point is you still have to have that wherewithal to land epically difficult shots, and get rewarded so incredibly hard for them.
Well,
So Chester is back. They're bringing ward control into the game. Sorry, go ahead.
nah, you took the words right out of my mouth, sir.
All right, well, Chaucer's back. He's going to farm top. That's not surprising at all. St. Vicious, don't steal the minions. Okay, he's not. So Chaucer, of course, using abilities to spam all these minions to help farm up that Manamune. And, we see Shogath will rupture it. I don't know why he would rupture it when the new Corki was over there, but okay. But certainly you can see Needly doing a very good job laying down traps to watch for any ingress across the river. They will always see if Dow tries to make any pushes on here. Now, they can just send Shogath and just, like, grab all 4 traps, then walk back out, and I think it's kind of worth doing. But either way, it's useful stuff to have in the first place. Hotshot GG. I don't know if that's going to be Riley's Crystal Scepter, if that's going to be a Void Staff, but he's got a Blasting Wand and an Amplifying Tome, which only really builds into one of, like, 2 things. And wow, they're going for it. Oh, they found a ward, though, so they're going to have to probably back off. And indeed, Tarek will stun Shogath, and that will break on Banshee's Veil. They, of course, they do know that they're not doing Dragon anymore, or Baron anymore, but that is a missed Rupture. That was a waste of a Rupture, honestly. That gives actually CLG a nice window to initiate with 1 less hard CC in the game. That gives them a decent chance to go for this. And here we go. The Light Body will not hit Shogath. Another Rupture comes out. Amu was in there. There's the ultimate. And here we go. Kennen will jump in there as best he can. There's the ultimate coming down. It's doing as much damage as possible. Shogath in the middle of everything. Crouster getting focused back, getting forced away. And Special taking some damage, but no one is dying yet. Ray in the middle, and he's going to be on Big Fat GG. Big Fat GG still getting away. And yes, they will get that kill. And Shogath, looks like a very, very dead Needly about to go down. Yes, Needly and Amumu will die off. This is 6-3 now as, nice. Misfortune actually picking up. Where's Misfortune? Yeah, picked up both those kills. So that is a nice swing right there, picking up 2 for themselves, and that is another little dragon to take. So let's see if they have so much poke here. Oh, almost. They did not steal that. It was a nice try, but I believe the smite was good from Olaf. So very good play here from Defy all odds. Now, of course, again, the disconnect really does suck for Corki, but I mean, they did have the Solos taken over by other carry types, and I really think it's more team comp than just Corki not being farmed, because Corki would not gain a lot of bonus health from getting 2 levels. He would have more damage, but that's all. And he got forced out by getting injured, not by not having enough damage. So the Corki fall off is going to be starting to be mitigated much more as this game goes on. We can see Corki's already up to 159 minion kills. He's already top 4 in the game, so he's doing all right for himself. His level is adequate. It's not amazing. He would be probably 15 or so, but Corki's not a champion that really needs to catch levels super hard, so he's pretty much got his max level that he needs. It's all gravy from here. But we'll continue farming top, doing what he can, picking down these minions quite nicely. And let's see what the rest of the team can do now. Cho'Gath is getting really, really beefy. He's got some bonus move speed there. I don't really want to do the math right now, because every time I do the math, I miss a kill. But he's got move speed from either utility or quintessences, or maybe both. And yeah, it's just going to be very, very powerful for him. And of course, Kennen doing a very good job. He hasn't died. He has now picked up that Revenant's Death Cap, and he's moved on right away towards Zodia's Hourglass. He just needs the recipe now, and he will have the Zodia's combined. So he's standing at about like 429 ability power thanks to the Elixir of Brilliance. So that is a very, very deadly Kennen. He will be able to farm both those items in the near future. And then it's probably on for Void Staff next. And that's going to be all sorts of pain. You know, Cho'Gath is quite beefy. He will be going for a Sunfire Cape next, most likely. He does have that Chain Vest already. He does have some nice cooldown reduction as well. So it's going to be a very dangerous Cho'Gath. Broloff going for, well, not Broloff, unfortunately, but Olaf going for a Banshee's Veil, has a nice amount of tank stats on himself, 120 on both instances, 140 on the Magic Resist. There we go, there's the Banshee's Veil pickup. So he's ready to do all sorts of great things. Kennen just running around at the top, continuing to farm. I cannot see his gold, unfortunately, but he certainly will be very powerful.
I remember you were talking about how CLG right here has a lot of magic damage, and right now we do see Chaucer disconnected again. This, repeated disconnects like this not only hurts him in the levels, it hurts him in the passive gold gain, it hurts him in the kills, the creeps, but I do see a lot of magic resistance coming out here for Defy all odds. Almost every character except, of course, Kennen there, because he's just going for that Hourglass. Every character there has some kind of magic reduction.
Yeah, every single one. Going pretty much Mercury Treads. I think we have a, let's see, let's just pull up the scoreboard right here. Boots of Lucidity, but then Merc Treads, yeah. So, certainly a Merc Treads game, of course, that makes a lot of sense. That's kind of why I was calling out that Misfortune should have gotten Cleanse. Like, just, the two deaths she had were both cleansable. And they would have both served her probably better than Ghost or Flash would have in those cases. But, kind of minor points. Still, we see, even with that Magic Resist, Hotshot able to do a lot of damage, with the Banshee's Veil down, hitting him down for about 500 health. Chaucer, of course, still down in the fountain. It's just really unfortunate. I don't know what's going on with his computer or his internet or something, but something is going on that's keeping him from getting into these games. DAO ready to push mid, though. They have cut it up top, and they're just setting a special top the entire time, just farming and farming and farming. And he's doing quite well for himself, of course. He does have... Oh, there we go. There's the first short kill at mid. That is the first short kill for Defy all odds. CLG getting themselves ready to counterattack this. Looks like a Void Staff will be the next pickup for Lux. She's got those two pieces of it right here. And let's see what they can do with that. We see Hotshot over at the top, has picked up his own Void Staff, so yeah, indeed, Magic Resist Penetration, of course, the right way to go for these items. There we go, Chaucer is back into the game. He goes out every 5 minutes and comes back right after. It's just, I don't know what quite's going on. Let's see if there's anything in the chat real quick. Whoops. Yeah, so Chaucer's having random, just block DCs. For no good reason or something. He's like, I swear someone's packaging me or something, but he's just randomly just losing connectivity, and I don't quite know why. So let's see there. Just still in the middle. DAO doing some good job. Doing a good job farming up, getting some gold. New Dragon should be 3 minutes away, maybe less. But they are grouped up. It looks like they're ready to go. It looks like a special now has picked up another elixir and still with regular boots, but I guess doesn't need really better boots right now. But has an elixir and has his 2 main ability power items, so he's ready to go. And that elixir combined should give him, 30 to 40 to 50 ability power here. And oh man, oh nice! Nick Special, that was nice. That was completely the right thing to do. Blocked all of Lux's burst damage with that Zodia's Hourglass. That's really, really good play by him. That will be on a 90-second cooldown, but that is quite useful. So that will be down for the next time he wants to use it, the next minute or so, but I think it was worth not losing all his health and risking a death. So a lot of minions at the top lane. Of course, there are no global ultimates in this game. No one has a Twisted Fate or Shed, so we're going to see a lot less, or Pantheon. We're going to see a lot less of these these side lane pushes while the team pushes somewhere else. It's going to be a lot more of this grouped up grind fest. Um, the Chester doing what he can, of course, in this fight. They do have Kennen finally back in the action, and they do have all 5 members of CLG here as well. It looks like they have actually map control to head towards Baron. Um, and you see these minions, they've actually spotted Dow to be very far away. And Dow has no wards because St. Vicious, oh, no, they have a ward. St. Vicious with the Oracles will find that ward. They will kill that off. And he will back out after taking some damage. Spear comes out from immediately, will not do anything there. And they're going to push down on a Cho'Gath a little bit, but he's just so beefy right now. He's got Randuin's and a Banshees. So not Sunfire, but Randuin's. I guess that works out quite well. It's still a good item. But Sunfire is just a very common popular choice for that chain vest. I think it's still worth him getting one. Yeah, so earlier CLG did steal that golem buff as we have the marker gone. Olaf had to face check it and realize that it was gone. Lizard buff and Mumu, not really the best choice. They would have liked to give that probably to Hot Shot, I think. But we're not able to do that. But Mumu does have a Sunfire cape. He is building towards Banshee's Veil as well. Still has those 2 Hearts of Gold. And of course those Mercury Treads. So the Aegis, not on anyone actually. CLG does not have an Aegis of the Legion. I think that's a really big mistake to not have one. Oh, nice from Big Fat LG. And yes, some nice damage output there. Going to drop out this ward. And they've brought Misfortune and Cho'Gath quite low. So that's some good work there. And Cho'Gath's going to finish out these minions with Olaf. So nice damage output, of course. A lot of cooldown reduction on this Lux, thanks to the Golem buff. And they're now starting to invade the jungle. That's going to be really good for CLG. Invading this jungle actually misses the explosion onto Olaf. Will not get anything done there. You know, a blocked Taric stun out onto Cho'Gath. Now Cho'Gath looks like he's going to be flanking around, and it looks like they're going to be getting ready to fight pretty soon. I missed Light Binding, and yes, they're going to pick down a ward quite nicely because of Oracles. Ooh, they've got to be a little bit careful, but they do have the ability to focus these down. Cho'Gath has been hit. Here we go. This will be a team fight, but they want to bait them into the circle as opposed to baiting themselves out. So let's see. Yes, Janna will throw out some damage out, but you just see how much damage this Lux is doing. It's completely crushing faces. So the minion has destroyed an allied turret. Looks like Purple Team has gotten their own turret kill at bottom, and wow, CLG immediately on the Baron, and this damage output is immense. Look at this go. And yes, they will pick this up. Olaf will not be able to reveal it in time. CLG pushing them away and picking up Baron. Nice job there. And I'm up to 750 global gold for the team. What are you at?
1,060.
Oh man, so there's some gold going on here thanks to all those dragon kills. So even with Baron and even with 3 towers, it's 2 towers and more dragons. So despite the kill advantage, global gold's actually the advantage. Oh, here we go. Here's a dragon kill. This will bring me up much closer now. This will bring me up to 940. So no longer will this be a contested global gold gain. Now it's pretty much close together, and now the only advantage is levels, minion farm, and champion kills really. And honestly, you know, we see that Corky's up to level 16, up to 220 minion kills, and now has taken over first place in the team. Kennen and Misfortune though still outlasting everyone on the other side. But you know, people are getting farmed quite nicely, and we will see.
We're kind of leaning
with that black cleaver now, complementing that sheen. Sorry.
We're kind of leaning more to the end game now. I mean, we're about to hit a 40-minute mark, so we should start seeing people wrap up to level 18. We should start seeing more potions come out. We should see the final items start getting finalized now. And, I mean, we've been at this for 38 minutes, and we have 9 kills on the board. 9. That's something like 1 every 4 minutes. That's I'm actually just very surprised that, you know, Defy all odds haven't really pushed any of the 4 versus 5 advantages, or, you know, just tried to go more for a concisive strike. It's just both teams seem to be very content on their various sides and just invading each other's jungles.
Yeah, well, of course, CLG is not wanting to push well they need to catch Chowster up, so they are very much trying to play a more passive game because they just want Chowster to get OP. And honestly, Dow just has not been able to get anything done because primarily of Lux. That, you know, they've had these advantages, and Lux shows up, presses QER, and then suddenly Kennen has to go recall, and they no longer have the ability to fight. And basically, you know, each one of those DCs has been basically carried around by Lux, and has kept them in this game quite nicely. And of course now they just have giant long range, like huge damage magic nukes. And you can see that Cho'Gath actually just buying just 2 Negatron cloaks. They won't even turn into anything at this point because he can make, I guess, Cleanse Sash and not Warden's Veil, but Force of Nature. And really all he wants is the magic resist, which I think is all kinds of funny personally.
It's wasted
Oh,
gold.
good job from CLG. They've gotten themselves over to the right-hand side, and that is a nice little push here. Oh, Misfortune pushing them back. They're not doing a ton of damage, though. They have rooted her, but they will not go in for the push. Cho'Gath has come in there to help defend this as well. Nearly not hitting any spears quite yet. But another light binding coming out, just barely missing. But they are just ready to push on this turret. More damage coming out onto Cho'Gath, doing a decent, actually, portion of his health with each one of those spears, because he really has some ridiculously high amount of ability power. Of course, can one-shot caster minions all game. And let's see, we'll have to throw out some axes, but they're back onto this turret again, and there we go. Chowster putting the damage output on. Jana will shield it, but he's still going to be able to put a lot of pain onto this turret. There's damage output, and he's taking some damage, but it's okay. He's going to be healed up by Tarek and Needly, so it's not a big deal to take a turret as Corki, because again, his team could heal him, which in a lot of ways are so much more valuable than shields, because even though you can mitigate them with Mortal Strike, they still have the capability of, look at this, Chester going in there right away again. This one's not so safe this time. But yeah, the ability to replenish your health is just so huge. Here we go, they have a full minion wave, they're going off onto the tower again. It looks like Dow is just not doing anything to stop them. They're not pushing in on this. Oh man, the harassment, look at that, Misfortune below half. Jana and Olaf joining that count as well. And we see just so much damage come out, unreturnable. From CLG, and I mean, that's really the strategy they're going for, is they have this giant, poke team, and they say, if you show up, we have 2 very amazing stuns just waiting for you, with a Mumu and Tarek just ready to wreck your face, so whoever wants it. Um, and so good job here. CLG has now stolen the Lizard buff as well. They've gotten the Golem since last time. Um, they got the most recent Dragon, so that's at 1,090 global gold in this team. So, even though those unfarmed characters like Tarek, and even Tarek is 100 minion kills, but 1,000 gold for Tarek basically is paid for his chalice, and of course his minions have paid for everything else he's gotten. But that is a huge, awesome advantage.
Well, CLG did do their best, pushing those lanes. We did take that bottom tower, a good amount of damage here in the mid. Not at the top, not quite on the menu, but, I mean, right now their Baron is kind of up. I mean, they don't have it anymore, and they didn't really do too much with it, so likely they're going to wait for another Baron, possibly a team fight. They do know that we do like to have wards here from Defy All Odds, so likely we're going to have a big cluster around it. Somebody's going to die, somebody's going to get the Baron. Maybe then we're going to start seeing a bit more of a cohesive push. Chaucer hasn't disconnected for a while, which is a good sign, so maybe we've stopped dropping off that, but I mean, his farm almost looks virtually untouched despite all those disconnects. 270 plus creep kills, and a Black Creeper, a Phage. It does look like, though, that Defy All Odds, they want to do a push of their own to try to get a revenge tower, because we got all 5 of them here in the mid.
Yeah, it's actually really smart for them because Corki is actually very far away, so without Corki to help fight that, it's going to be very difficult. And they have not been able to spam all these minions down, so if they can have Kennen and Misfortune actually hit this turret, and honestly, Kennen and Misfortune both have great base attack ranges, and Jonas is okay as well, that they could really push onto these turrets and do a ton of damage. Kennen's ability power will give him a huge modifier on his damage output against turrets, and his base attack speed is actually really high as well. Misfortune will have a good 270 damage, or more, actually, 280 damage.
Oh, no!
They found a Corki. Oh, Corki DC'd. And they're actually going to go ahead and pick up that kill while he's disconnected. So that is a
no.
Corki getting DC'd in the middle of the game while solo pushing top. But CLG will turn that into a push as well. They will get that middle turret, big fat LP, picking up that kill. There's the light strike, the light binding onto Cho'Gath as they're pushed back now. But it's going to be a 4v5. They're going to try to get back into position as best they can. But Chowster is all alone and got DC'd, unfortunately. More spam coming out from... Oh wow, this is going to be a BF1 into a probably a Zodia's Hourglass from Lux. So let's see what they can do with this. They will have to spam down these minions as best they can. There is the Lucid Singularity. I kept forgetting the name. Lucid Singularity come out. They will put some damage up in here, but they're going right onto the turret. Now there are no minions there as well, so they will land the stun and not anything else though. So the Banshee's Veil will keep Olaf alive and happy. And let's see, more spam. Oh man, Olaf gets hit. They could try to go for this. No, they will not jump in, although they could. Kennen is actually waiting in the wings. They're waiting for them. He's waiting for CLG to initiate so he can jump in the back. And oh, here it goes. Here it goes. The Kennen ult is off, and Hotshot GG taking a ton of damage. Let's see what they can do. No one's actually dying though. Looks like not a lot of damage, but oh, Elements goes down. Thanks to Cho'Gath. A lot of damage coming out from Lux though. And let's see, the Rupture goes off, and Needly in a bad shape. But Big Fat LP will pick up Cho'Gath, and oh man, Misfortune down as well to the tower. Big Fat LP picking up a double kill there, and now Hotshot GG will chase onto Olaf, and I think he can do it. And indeed, down he goes. Good job there. Lux coming in to help as well. And you just see how much crowd control that team has. The Amumu ult really helped them not get initiated on too hard. They were able to push themselves back behind their turret. And actually, they managed to use both turrets in the fight, where the top turret was constantly hitting Misfortune, other people on the bottom turret, actually helping them against Cho'Gath. And that was really, really wise of them to actually fight in a very good location where they actually had the most neutral power possible. And then just very good overall play, clearing the rest of that up. You can see they got 3 kills for basically 1. Needly, I think, yeah, Needly lived. Lux obviously lived. Mumu made it out because he's just way too durable. So it was a 3-for-1 kill, and they didn't even get the tower. And so, you know, who needs Chowster when you've got Lux, basically? The Chowster's back in the game, you know, once more, building up towards a Banshee's Veil. He has Trinity Force already, so he's nice and beefy. 2200 health, lots of attack speed, lots of damage. Swinging for 250 damage a shot now, which is quite nice. And let's see what else he can pick up on.
We do have that Baron. He is now actually re-popped, and he's actually playing around with a ward right now. And Defy Odds, they do know of this Baron, but they didn't ward it, or the ward ran out. And I'm not too sure that they're actually going to be able to discover this. We do have a Banshees on Janna, or not a Banshee, sorry, an Oracle's on Janna, so she will see this ward. But they got to be very careful here, because we do have all of CLG now kind of grouped up here, well, minus Chaucer, but at this point, it's 50-50 on him. We do have X-Pouch. He wants to jump in here. He's going to find them all, pops that ultimate. Unfortunately, he does not land any stuns because he did miss his shuriken, but just so much damage going down right now. Hotshot is going to be able to heal that up with the help of Taric. Taric, however, might be going down as he is the object of their focus. He gets omnommed there by Ray O'Ray, so that's going to be a quick kill on him. Hotshot with 570 ability power. I mean, that's a lot of health to restore, and now DOA wants to really go for this Baron before giving CLG a chance to regroup.
This is good for them. So they're actually going to camp in the brush, but there's wards right here. Chester, what are you doing, Chester? He baits the fight, I guess. He's trying to bait the crowd control. Misfortune will ult. Janna actually, oh, nice shot. Janna getting forced out of the fight entirely is way low. The thing is, there is a tower, a ward right here, and they know. Oh no, up in the sky, up in the sky goes Corky, getting ruptured up against a cliff. He's back down, and it looks like we're gonna be okay. They will not manage to get anything out of this fight. Except they forced recall, and actually this could mean Baron, because with 2 of the important members of DAO forced out, that's good stuff for them. So they do pick up that ward, and they're going for it. This is really dangerous because now Misfortune runs really fast, and so does Janna, but they have some good damage output. Another ward goes down. It looks like they will retreat, realizing this is, you know, this is a little bit scary. You know, we don't have our Taric anymore. Let's just back out. But they did at least bait an extra ward, and they got the kill off of that. So they did manage to force a bunch of gold to sort of go away. The 2 ward kills are nice. It's a little bit of free gold for Amumu or whoever got the last hit. Yeah, you know, just a little bit of wasted gold on the enemy team is always useful. Just as I want to keep doing this check. I'm at 1240 global gold.
12-10.
12. So okay, so the teams have finally equalized themselves on global objectives. The only now determining factors are, you know, overall kills and minion count, and we have 317 from Kennen, 320 from Chowster. So there's that. Chowster's got himself past the 300 mark, so he's plenty farmed. And it looks like, you know, all is said and done. He's back up to level 18. It's like it never even happened anymore. Just as long as it doesn't DC in a team fight, we're pretty much they're pretty much good to go. But yeah, 3 kill advantage for CLG, but wow, 2 members above 300 for Defy All Odds, never like, and Special getting up pretty high. And we're hitting almost the 50-minute mark now in this game.
Yeah, this game is definitely taking its time to resolve itself. 15 minutes and almost 50 minutes. That's one every 3 minutes. Not exactly the most entertaining spectator support you'd ever see. A little bit of a miscalculation. Looking at this blue buff, they thought they had it, and now he regened himself to half, so they're going to spend a little bit more time to go grab that. I really enjoy how big this Cho'Gath is. He has 6 stacks of his feast and 3,500 hit points with so much magic resist, but this is not going to be good. Chaucer is actually out of the running. He's back. Now Defy all odds. Instantly they start moving forward, and this could be very, very bad for Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah, this is not looking very happy. The Spear comes out, will break the Banshee though, but this is almost definitely a free tower kill. And they're going to be onto the inhibitor at a 4v5, and this is not really great for them. This is going to be DAO pushing right up in. Now, yeah, Lux will spam that down, do a pretty good job there. Rare Ray taking some damage from a point-blank Spear. There are no more minions, so this tower's going to be safe for now. Hotshot's going to be a little bit careful. If he lands a strong Rupture, he could just die. So, okay, here's some nice play here. A lot of harassment going off. Chester is gone, and he will come back in the near future. He's getting mass DC, which is unfortunate. And there we go. Misfortune putting some spam out there. A nice little light binding coming out. More damage coming out. Let's see if they can spam down these minions. St. Vicious up in the front with elements, so they're ready to defend. The minions are gone as well, so this turret will stay at pretty much full health. So no major gains have been given up yet from CLG, which is really good news. They know that Ken is off to the side. They actually have pinged him, so they know that Ken is waiting off of the wings. Okay, good. Chaucer's back without too much done. I don't feel like because of their positioning that CLG could have defended their turret in the first place. We had a lot of guys stuck over here, and the route down is into a choke point without tower cover. So I feel like, even without the DC, I feel like they would have gotten that turret regardless, and they did manage to stop the rest of that push. So, might be okay. General Doom tried to run away with Ghost. Oh, barely misses the light binding. He could have popped his ult to get out anyway, but, you know, wasn't forced to. Kennen doing some nice damage there. Banshee's all gone now thanks to Chauster. I don't know why he pulled back right there, but yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's just a cooldown. And let's see what these guys can do. They are going to recall Hotshot. Will pick up some new items, it seems. Let's see if he can finish up his, Net will not go for anything just yet, it seems. I don't know how close he is to Zodia's Hourglass, but he's now carrying Oracles as well, so he can help clear wards. And DAO just ready to go in mid again. They're just going to start just pushing up the gut repeatedly until they get something that works. And actually, this is really good for them because CLG is off on the side. Now, they're like taking a lot of damage, but that is going to be some damage up. But yes, they're going to get almost definitely a free tower if they keep going for it. Looks like, yes, they will. Olaf doing some damage. Oh, this is going to be painful. Misfortune and Kennen getting hit. And there's the Amumu ult. And that's going to be some damage up on it. Oh man, Cho'Gath is already dead, but a nice Misfortune ult. Special in the middle of there as well. Has popped the Zodia's Hourglass. He's going to live for now, but uh-oh, this is bad. Special is down. And no, Neverlight going to die as well, thanks to Amumu. And there we go, another root coming in from Lux onto Olaf. Olaf taking a ton of damage here. He will just try to run away and keep his teammates alive. He will drop down, and now the last one left is a Golem buffed Janna. Now Janna should be able to basically chain CC to get herself away from that. There, oh, good flash. We'll dodge that last spear. We'll get away thanks to the tornado. And Chauster just onto that turret already with no teammate to help him. Taking a lot of damage. And there we go. Amumu taking some shields. Yeah, yes, they will be able to take this turret down. It looks like, oh man, CLG already ready to go for the inhibitor. Extremely aggressive play now. 1390 global gold. And they've got now the mid inhibitor for themselves. 13-6 the kill score. And oh, they're already onto the Nexus. They know they have time. They have another 20 seconds to do anything they want. And that is one turret going down. They're off on the second turret now as well. And let's see. They have another 10 seconds. And they're onto the Nexus. CLG is onto the Nexus this time. And they're going to do as much damage as they can. Instead of 300 health, the minions are gone. And yes, CLG will move on to the grand finals of the national qualifier.
Whew. Definitely a little dicey there in the middle. I mean, with those disconnects, landing a free kill, doing a lot of pushing, really had a big chance there for Defy all odds to move on. But as I said, you know, all you have to do is have your side lanes, you know, pick up the pace, man up, and that's exactly what they did. So many long-range spells keeping them at bay, and just so much harass just brings the team fights to their favor. So, congrats to Counter Logic Gaming. They will be going on to the finals, and the next game we have up for grabs will be solo mid versus Oh God Bears, and we should have that coming up here in just a moment.